Oh my God. We saw him arrive moments ago. We saw the mood he looked to be in, and there is the beast, Brock Lesnar, accompanied by his advocate, Paul Heyman. A complete surprise here tonight on Monday Night Raw. We did not expect him. And you can only imagine the mood that Brock Lesnar's in. We showed you a little bit earlier tonight what happened to Brock at the Royal Rumble. Remember, guys, embarrassed, humiliated in a minute 26 seconds by Goldberg at Survivor Series. Lesnar had waited 2 months for his revenge last night. And when he got in the ring with Goldberg, he was speared and eliminated again.
I went so far as to say it was impossible for history to repeat itself, that the Beast would never be embarrassed like that again. And I couldn't have been more wrong. 52,000 people in the Alamo Dome saw Goldberg embarrass the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar, again.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and I am the advocate for the crestfallen, disgraced beast that stands before you tonight, Brock Lesnar. You know, there comes a time in everyone's career where you have Thank you for your most irrelevant opinion. My opinion, however, is the one that matters. And my opinion is we are at a point in history where we have to face the most disturbing truth that every all-time great has that one opponent that has his number. That every legend has that one asterisk, that every argument that can be made, oh, this is the best ever, has that one argument that counters it that says, yeah, but. Andre the Giant was undefeated for 15 years. Yeah, but then he faced Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 3. Ronda Rousey kicked everybody's ass in UFC, tapped them out to arm bars in record time. Yeah, but then she got her face smashed in by Holly Holm. The Undertaker was undefeated, unbeatable at WrestleMania. Yeah, but then he stepped into the ring with Brock Lesnar. Now, you all saw how dominant The Undertaker was last night in the Royal Rumble match. But then I can say, yeah, but his legacy? Brock Lesnar. Last night, John Cena won the WWE title. But how's his legacy? And I can always say, yeah, but Brock Lesnar. Kurt Angle won an Olympic gold medal with a broken freaking neck, and he's going into the WWE Hall of Fame. You say Kurt Angle, I say, yeah, but Brock Lesnar. And now, every time I go to my kids, and I say, hey, your daddy advocates for Brock Lesnar, they say, yeah, but Goldberg beat him in a minute 26 at the Royal Rumble. I walk down the streets and I say to people, Brock Lesnar. And all day long they said to me, yeah, but Goldberg speared your client and eliminated him from the Royal Rumble last night with ease. Ladies and gentlemen, it's come to the point where now every time I say Brock Lesnar, someone says, yeah, but Goldberg. I truly despise, I loathe, I detest, I hold in contempt, I hate, yeah, but it's the worst thing you could say to a being who lives for his or her accomplishments. Yeah, but tarnishes your legacy. Yeah, but takes away from all you've accomplished. Yeah, but is the argument against Brock Lesnar. Which is why the yeah, but must be eradicated. Yeah, but must be eliminated. Yeah, but must be taken away. Yeah, but must be wiped out. Yeah, but must be killed. Which is why this is the moment where you hit the record button. Ladies and gentlemen, my client, Brock Lesnar, hereby challenges Goldberg one final time at WrestleMania. So here it is, Goldberg. One legend stands over the other. One legacy eclipses the footnote. One conqueror stands over the vanquished victim. Now, any reading of chapter and verse of the biblical story of Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar will tell you the odds are in Goldberg's favor to be the conqueror standing over the vanquished victim, to which my client, Brock Lesnar, offers Goldberg, yeah, but.
Well, guys, Brock Lesnar's legacy is indeed going to be on the line at WrestleMania if Goldberg accepts the challenge.
The challenge has been laid out, but look in the eyes of the beast incarnate. There is no doubt in Brock Lesnar's mind that at WrestleMania, he'll rewrite history.
Challenge laid down from Lesnar to Goldberg, but how about another challenge? For the last 5 months, Seth Rollins has challenged, has demanded